crashing thunder in an endless sea of sand. I never thought the end would feel like this. I stumbled through the unforgiving desert, the sun a relentless foe. The weight of my marriage's collapse pressed on my chest like a boulder. In the distance, an abandoned car loomed, rusting, marked by signs of struggle. Fear curled in my stomach. What had happened here? In that haunting silence, a chill ran down my spine. Everything felt uncertain, and my heart raced. Secrets wove themselves through my mind, dark, tangled strands connecting my past to this moment. What was I truly willing to lose? As I approached, I could almost hear the whispers of betrayal. My ex-husband's jealousy melted into the heat, wrapping around me like a shroud. I glimpsed shadows, memories flashing, accusations, tears, anger. Would this car tell a darker tale of desperation? Or worse? A figure loomed at the edge of my vision, an FBI agent, eyes keen, studying my reaction as if he sensed the storm brewing within me. I froze. Sudden awareness gripped me. The truth could tear down the last remnants of my existence, leaving me vulnerable and exposed. Goosebumps prickled my skin when I noticed a crumpled piece of paper wedged in the door. My breath hitched. Curiosity and dread battled within me. What if it held answers I wasn't ready for? What if it led back to him? The oppressive silence screamed in my ears. I glanced around, the agent's gaze unwavering. Was he hunting for me or for something else? The sun beat down, but a shiver coursed through me. I was at a crossroads, swept into a chaos I hadn't invited. What was hidden in that car? I felt I was standing on the edge of a cliff, the abyss below beckoning me to fall. My heart pounded, urging me closer to a final choice. Could I confront the past, or would its ghosts pull me back down? I reached for the door, trembling, sweat drenching my forehead. The moment stretched. Time felt elastic. And then, silence. Just me, a haunted car, and the echo of a life I once knew. Before you go on, let me tell you something. A lot of people have been saying that YouTube, out of nowhere, unsubscribes them from the channel. Take a quick look to make sure the red button is on. That way, you won't miss any of the videos still to come. And while you're at it, hit the like button, because it really helps me keep bringing you stories like this. Oh, and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to know. I reached for the door, trembling. The dull crunch of sand under my feet became a heartbeat, quickening, pulsing. What was I hoping to find? As I pulled it open, a photograph slipped out, fluttering onto the ground. I bent down. The world faded. All that existed was the image in my shaking hands. My breath hitched. Nausea rose. It was him, with another woman. But wait. My heart dropped. That woman was my sister. Confusion twisted like a knife in my gut. This wasn't just betrayal. It was an apocalypse. Their smiles, frozen in time, mocked me. My legs wobbled, that tightness in my chest tightening even more. It explained the whispers, the late-night texts. The agent moved closer, his gaze now piercing. Did he know? Was this why he was here? I felt exposed, raw, as if every secret of my life lay bare. My hands shook violently. I dropped the photo. It felt like a deliberate act of release. I was spiraling into darkness. "Is this what you were looking for?" I whispered, voice cracking. Silence. Heavy, suffocating. My world turned upside down. I couldn't breathe. What now? How could I ever look at either of them again? The desert loomed around me, vast, yet closing in, as if it held the weight of my shattered heart. And then I remembered. I didn't just lose my marriage. I lost them both. Panic surged. What else was hidden? What more lay in that car? Would I even want to know? I turned to the agent, fury swelling inside me. But behind my anger lay an aching fear. If this was only the beginning, what horrors awaited next? My breath caught as I met the agent's gaze. My heart raced, pounding against my ribcage. I didn't just lose him. I lost her too. But then, my stomach twisted. The agent stepped forward, his voice low and urgent. "There's something else," he said, eyes narrowing. "You weren't meant to find this." My skin prickled. "What do you mean?" He pulled out a second photo from his pocket. My pulse quickened as he handed it to me. It was my sister again, but now she stood with another man. A man I recognized. My hands trembled. "No, that can't be," I gasped. "This changes everything," he said, unreadable. I stumbled back. Confusion and betrayal twisted inside me like a coiled snake. My sister. What had she done? Why him? Questions crashed over me. Then I heard the whisper. The wind carried a secret, a name I hadn't considered. The world tilted. "Is there more?" I whispered, barely holding my ground. He hesitated, but silence fell, heavy and oppressive. What was he hiding? Panic seized me, clawing at the edges of my mind. If I didn't confront this, what else would I lose? I was at the edge of everything. "Tell me." The desperation cracked my voice. He shifted, the sunlight reflecting off his badge. And then, in that heart-stopping moment, everything blurred. There was no going back. I was still reeling from the first photo when the agent's expression shifted. "There's one more thing," he said, voice low. My heart dropped. "What now?" I rasped. His eyes darted to the side, then back to me, as if weighing his words. "Your sister isn't just involved with him, she's working with him." A chill ran through me, an icy claw ripping at my gut. "What do you mean?" "Things are bigger than you think. She's mixed up in something serious." The ground beneath me felt unstable. My sister? A traitor? No, she wouldn't. Not her. But doubt crept in, cold and relentless. "You're lying." The agent stepped back, eyes hard. "I wish I was, but I have proof." My hands shook. "What proof?" He reached into his pocket, pulling out a worn envelope. My heart thundered. "You need to see this." I staggered as the world around me blurred. My sister. A partner in crime? A betrayal delving deeper than I imagined. Panic shot through me. I pushed the envelope away. "No, I can't!" But the agent pressed it into my trembling hands. I stilled. The silence roared, suffocating. I glanced at the photograph inside. My sister, smirking with the man I once trusted. Questions pounded in my skull. Why? How could she? An edge of rage tinged my despair. I wanted to scream, but fear paralyzed me. I felt cornered, heart pounding, as my reality shattered. There was no going back from this. I was losing everything. The agent's next words hung in the air like a threat. "You need to decide whose side you're on." Time slowed. My world tilted on its axis. Darkness loomed. I stood on the brink, horrified and breathless, caught between truth and survival. What now? I stared at the photos, the twisted web unspooling around me, and felt the heat of betrayal brand my skin. The desert stretched wide and empty, echoing my turmoil. Were they even the same people I thought I knew? I took a shaky breath. What have I done? But the answer hung heavy in the air, unanswered, as the weight of my choices bore down, each second counting down to the next shocking revelation. My mind was racing, heart pounding like a drum. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was on the brink of something devastating. This can't be real. I pressed the photos to my chest, the betrayal weighing me down. The agent watched, his expression unreadable. Your sister, she's not just involved. She's been steering the wheel, pulling strings. Stop, I whispered, my throat tight. You're lying. He shook his head, eyes piercing. She's feeding them information. It's bigger than you understand. My breath hitched. Everything I thought I knew about her. My sister? A traitor? The world tilted. I felt like I might collapse. Nausea clawed at my insides. No, I won't believe this. But the doubt settled like a stone in my gut. What if it was true? What's her endgame? My voice trembled. His silence echoed, heavy and suffocating. Tell me, I pleaded, desperation clawing at me. Time is short. You must decide if you stand with her or against her. Those words struck me like a fist. I staggered back, panic rising. My sister, the one person I thought would never betray me. The air was thick with tension. My stomach churned. How long? I managed, voice shaking. How long has she been doing this? To the shadows, he replied. That's where she thrives. I felt the ground shift beneath my feet. My legs were weak. I can't process this. And then it hit me. A chilling thought. What if she's not alone? His silence was all the answer I needed. A cold dread settled in. Who else? He took a step back, eyes wary. You need to confront her, now. I felt my heart shatter, another piece falling away. Every breath felt like a stab. What have I done? But in that moment, all I could hear was the haunting silence, shattered trust, brewing storms. How could I face her now? What awaited me in that confrontation? The desert stretched infinitely, an ironic witness to my shattered reality. My sister, the one I loved, was now a stranger, drifting in a web of lies. As my pulse raced, I knew I was standing on the edge of a dark abyss. Would I confront her truths, or let the silence wrap around us both? The clock was ticking, and I could taste betrayal lingering like ashes in my mouth. I stood there, heart racing as the agent's words settled over me like a thundercloud. But suddenly, a soft whisper broke through my thoughts. It's not what you think. My sister's voice echoed in my mind, and I realized she was right behind me. I whipped around, our eyes locking. A rawness struck me. Fear, anger, disbelief. You can't be serious, I stammered. She stepped closer, shaking. I didn't want you to find out like this. Like what? You're betraying me, I shouted, my pulse thrumming in my ears. No, listen. I'm trying to protect you. Protect me? I felt sick. From what? My voice cracked, eyes scanning her face desperately. The truth loomed, threatening. From him. It's not just an affair. They're planning something terrible. The knot twisted in my stomach. What do you mean? Before she could answer, a distant sound sliced through the silence. Sirens wailing. I turned back to the agent. Confusion twisted like barbed wire in my mind. She was involved in something dangerous, and I was caught in the middle. My heart sank. Am I in danger? I whispered, dread pooling in my chest. The agent's frown deepened, eyes flitting between us. It's worse than you know. My world shattered again. What do you know? The sirens grew louder, a storm on the horizon. What's hidden in that car? What's the plan? My sister's breath caught, and suddenly I didn't recognize her. Tell me. But that truth hung in the air, thick and suffocating, as urgent and unsettling as the wail of approaching doom. I could hear the sirens growing louder, but it was the look in my sister's eyes that froze me. Pain flickered there, something deeper than betrayal. "You have to understand," she whispered, her voice trembling. I had no choice. A sick feeling churned in my stomach. No choice? My breath hitched. "What do you mean?" She took a step closer, desperation in her voice. "They threatened me. They said if I told you, they'd come after you." A cold sweat broke out across my skin. "After me? Why?" "They know you. They've been watching us." My heart raced. Everything crashed. Who was this man I loved? What was our life built upon? Suddenly, I felt the ground beneath me slipping. "But you, how could you?" My voice cracked, confusion mixing with betrayal. She faltered, eyes shimmering with unshed tears. "You think I want this? I thought maybe I could get close and find out more. Save you both." The air was heavy with silence. Each second felt like a storm brewing. Who had my sister become? A traitor or a protector? "Is it too late?" I whispered, panic clawing at my throat. I don't know," she replied, her voice barely audible, lost in the wail of the sirens. My heart plummeted. How could I trust her now? A new layer to our broken reality unfurled, draping over me like a shroud. The weight of her secrets curled around my chest. Then a chilling thought struck me. Who else knows? My stomach twisted. I could barely breathe. And as she opened her mouth, the chaos around us faded. The sirens now just background noise. I sensed something sinister in the air, a looming threat that would shake us further. The truth hung like a noose, a dark revelation waiting to drop. What had I let into my life? With a heavy heart, I knew I couldn't stay silent. The urgency spiked through me, yet doubt clawed at my mind. What lay ahead? Would we survive this unscathed? The silence, thick and oppressive, echoed all the unasked questions, leaving a lingering dread as I gripped her hand, ready to face whatever came next. "Please, just tell me the truth," I almost shouted, heart thundering. The quiet had grown unbearable. Her lips trembled. They didn't want me to say. "What?" I pressed, fear drowning out reason. "I didn't want you involved." Every instinct screamed at me to step back, as dread coiled in my gut. "Involved in what?" She swallowed hard, eyes glistening. "You aren't safe. They're after you because of me, because of what I've done." "What have you done?" My breaths were quick, shallow. "There's someone I haven't told you about, someone I shouldn't." I staggered, the weight of her words crashing down. "Who?" "Dad." My heart stopped. "What do you mean?" "I've been working with him for years." Bile rose in my throat. "Dad? The one who left? How could you?" "Because I had to, for protection." I wanted to scream. My world tilted violently. Protection from what? From him. From the man you trust. Shock coursed through me. "You're lying." "No, I swear, he's deeper in this than you know." A piercing silence enveloped us. My thoughts spiraled, a vortex of confusion. "What does that mean?" "Everything. He's been playing both sides." No, I couldn't process this. Anger surged and threatened to consume me. "I had to keep you safe. You have to believe me. But you put me in danger." Suddenly, approaching footsteps echoed, urgent and heavy. The agent was coming back. My sister's face paled. "What now?" I whispered, fear creeping back in. "Trust me," she begged, desperation etched across her features. But trust? How could I? "Your truth is a lie." I felt the walls close in. The ticking clock of scrutiny loomed over us, thick and suffocating. The air hung heavy with impending doom. What had I unwittingly walked into? The agent stepped closer, eyes stony. The air thickened, my heart raced. Then my sister gasped, pointing behind me. "You don't understand." Before I could turn, a voice sliced through the tension. My father's voice, smooth yet venomous. "Well, well, look who's all grown up. This is quite the family reunion." My stomach dropped. Anger and disbelief flooded my veins. You've haunted my life, now this?" "I came to protect you," he smirked, and in that moment, everything shattered. "Protect?" I sputtered, feeling the ground fall away. "I'm the one who hid the truth. Your sister was meant to bring you in, both of you." The room spun. "What are you saying?" He stepped closer, his smile chilling. "There's no escaping this family's legacy. You were chosen." Panic surged. "Chosen? For what?" "Let's just say our ties run deeper than you know. You'll thank me later." I stumbled back, breathless. How could I trust him? His words coiled around my mind, thick with implications. The sirens faded into the background. A claustrophobic silence enveloped us, leaving only the weight of his revelation. Was I really part of this darkness? I glanced at my sister. Her face mirrored my horror. "Are you with him?" I whispered, fear clawing at my throat. I didn't recognize her anymore. "Please," her voice quivered, but my heart was pounding too loudly. The room felt suffocating, as if the air itself betrayed me. I was trapped, surrounded by betrayal thicker than blood. What now? But the silence hung heavy and unresolved. I stumbled back, the weight of the world collapsing around me. My heart shattered, visions of betrayal blurring. "You can't be serious. Dad, why now?" He stepped forward, laughter twisted with malice. "This family is built on power, darling. You're destined for something greater." "No, I won't be a pawn," I shouted, rage igniting. My sister grasped my arm. "We can fight it together. Just trust me." Amid chaos, I felt a flicker of resolve. I turned to her, searching her eyes. "We need to end this together." The sirens wailed closer, urgency pressing us. As dawn broke on the horizon, we knew we had to confront the darkness as a family, or risk losing everything. With clenched fists and shaky resolve, we faced our father. The storm ahead. You need to subscribe now. This is the moment to show your support. Don't wait any longer to share this video. Press that like button now to help the algorithm. I want to hear your reactions and theories. Comment below. Share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this conclusion. If you liked my story, keep going and watch the next one that's appearing now. I think it will move you too.